Welcome to the Confident Future Lawyer Masterclass. My name is Lauren Klein, and I'm going to be sharing with you today my key practices for gaining massive confidence, knowing your worth, and up-leveling your whole damn life for success and abundance in law school and beyond. I am so happy that you are here, and I know that you're going to get a ton of value out of this masterclass today, whether you are already in law school or you're about to start law school. This is going to be a very informative and eye-opening masterclass, and definitely stick around until the end where I have some bonuses and some announcements. So who am I? Just a brief introduction about myself. Like I said before, my name is Lauren Klein. I'm an attorney. I'm the owner of Flourish Law Group, an estate planning law firm in Florida. I am a mom, a wife, a mindset coach for law students, an Airbnb owner, so many things. And I am able to do all that I do and really thrive in my life because of this work that I'm going to tell you about today, about mindset work and thinking abundantly, and about designing your dream life and really building the life that you want ahead of time and growing into it. And that is completely possible for you in law school. So what we're going to talk about today in this masterclass, understanding how mindset and thought work is the key to thriving in law school and beyond. We're talking improved grades, feeling better prepared for class, and setting and achieving those big goals that I know you're going after. We're going to learn how your brain works in general and in law school so you can begin to reprogram it. These practices we're going to talk about today are instrumental for overcoming imposter syndrome, getting over your fear and the stress of getting called on in class, been there, stopping your procrastination. We're going to talk about how to gain massive confidence in law school. I know that's what everyone is looking for. Law school can be quite a journey and an interesting time. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about probably my favorite topic of all, and it's all very interconnected with all the other topics in this masterclass, is we're going to learn how to become a wealthy woman lawyer. And I have this quote at the bottom here from one of our near and dear favorites, Legally Blonde. I don't need backups. I'm going to Harvard. So let's harness Elle Woods' confidence and energy in this masterclass today. Let's dive on in. So why does mindset work? Why is mindset work going to equal a more successful law school experience? Now, you may already be familiar with this concept. You may have already done a little work in this area, or it may be completely new to you. So let's talk a little bit about how working on our mindset really does help to have a better law school experience, and it helps you to have greater success in your endeavors in law school. When you start to work on your mindset, and we're going to talk about that today, it's going to give you an increase in self-confidence and a reduction in stress. And those two combined frequently result in improved grades and a higher class rank. You're able to cut out the noise, you're able to focus on your goals, you're able to believe in yourself, and to stop doing so many of those things that we do to sabotage ourselves, which inevitably will lead to improved grades and a higher class rank. Higher self-worth improves the likelihood that you're going to seek out and obtain opportunities such as law review, mock trial, in your networking endeavors, and of course for potential jobs. Mindset work teaches you how to overcome the common challenges that law students face. You're going to learn what are those common challenges. Maybe if you're in law school, you're already familiar, but if you haven't started yet, and why do they affect your brain, and how do they affect your brain, and how can we overcome them so we can really thrive in law school? Kind of cut out the noise and say, you know what, I'm going to step away from that negativity and I'm going to learn how to overcome those things, because we don't have to be miserable in law school. It's just not necessary. We're going to talk about reducing fear of being called on in class and how mindset work can work for that. Mindset work can lower stress and anxiety around finals When you lower your stress and anxiety around finals, it will increase your performance. I can promise you that. Mindset work allows you to stop constantly comparing yourself to others, which is a huge problem in law school. The competition can be very, very bad for mental health. And mindset work improves your overall enjoyment of the law school experience, which is great, right? That's what we all want. In fact, focusing on your mindset and your mental health, it's important for everybody, but it is extremely important for law students. Studies have shown that over the course of law school, law student depression rates increase from under 10% to 40%. That is insane. 96%, so almost 100% of law students suffer from significant stress, not just stress, significant stress, compared to 70% of med students and 43% of grad students overall. I don't like those stats, and I don't think it has to be that way. 69% of respondents from 39 law schools surveyed in 2021 reported that they needed help for emotional or mental health problems in the past year. That was up 42% from the 2014 version of the same survey. I mean, yes, that was in the midst of a global pandemic, but that is a huge jump, and it's just unacceptable in my opinion. Why do we have to go through this psychological dysfunction and mental unbalance when we're just trying to become attorneys? It just doesn't make sense. 20 to 40% of law students have a psychological dysfunction after law school, and female law students often suffer from greater stress and worse mental and physical health than their male counterparts. And the problem is, this doesn't end in law school. People carry this into their legal career, and that is why the legal career also is having a mental health crisis. Now, look, I am not a mental health professional, and this work is not meant to replace any mental health work with a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, but mindset coaching, mindset work, when used either alone or in conjunction with mental health work, can change your life. I can tell you it has changed mine. So while I'm not a mental health professional, I am very, very experienced in this area. I'm trained, and I have a lot of experience just from my own personal life. I've been practicing law for 11 years now, and I had my own journeys in law school. And I'm not going to give you my full story right now just due to time, but if you go on my website, you can read my full story of how mindset work really allowed me to propel my life forward into success that I never, ever dreamed possible. And I didn't have this information in law school. I didn't understand how my mind worked in law school. So if I had had it then, oh my goodness, it would have saved me a lot of mental stress, anxiety, anguish, all the things. So why is this? Why are these stats so shocking for law school? Well, to name a few reasons, we have excessive workloads. I mean, I can remember studying well into the night many, many times and not really having much of a social life. Competition for academic superiority, the me versus them mentality. This can be terrible for mental health, especially for women. And it just doesn't need to be that way. It's just we've created this culture in law school that's so competitive, and it doesn't really serve anyone very well, to be honest. Status seeking placement practices and other hierarchical markers of worth. So it really trains you to just seek validation from outside sources, which can be really not great because if something is not going to go your way and outside sources aren't going to validate you, then your self-worth is going to take a hit unless you're able to cultivate your self-worth from the inside, which is a lot of what I talk about in the Law School Blueprint and the Future Wealthy Lawyer Squad, my coaching program and mastermind. It's a big part of what we talk about. There's an excessive emphasis on analysis and linear thinking, causing loss of connection with feelings, personal morals, values, and sense of self. There's little to no preparation or support for law students. That's absolutely true. There's feelings of isolation or loneliness. Gender bias and sexism is prevalent in the legal community, including law school. And there are teaching practices that are isolating or just downright intimidating. So, just to name a few reasons, that could be why the stats are just really not so great when it comes to mental health and happiness in law school. All of this can create an atmosphere of competition, inferiority, comparison, and anxiety. And all of this can lead to a major decrease in self confidence, which in turn can lead to lower grades and class rank, a greater likelihood of not pursuing opportunities like moot court, mock trial, on campus recruiting, applying for your dream job. It can lead to overspending, overeating, overdrinking, mental health struggles both during and after law school, a failure to take care of your physical health, and just a very unenjoyable law school experience. And I mean, this is, if you go the normal traditional route, this is 3 years of your life. Could be longer if you go part time. Do you really want to be miserable and suffer for 3 years of your life without doing anything about it? I don't think you do. I know if I knew all of what I know now, I wouldn't. Let me ask you this. You're investing a lot of time, money, and energy into law school. How can you not afford to work on your mindset? Just want that to sink in for a second. So, I am here to tell you that it does not have to be this way. I'm going to share with you a few of my main practices for gaining massive self confidence in law school and beyond that you can use starting right now. These are practices that I use and used to get a highly coveted job in big law, to start multiple businesses while practicing law full time, including now my own law firm. Woohoo! So excited about it. Just started it this year and it's going so well. Practices that I use to thrive in high stress and male dominated environments while effectively reducing my stress, my anxiety, and my imposter syndrome. Practices that I use to become a wealthy lawyer by negotiating higher salaries, learning to invest, and learning all about passive income. So my money works for me while I'm sleeping and I'm not just constantly trading my time for money. And it taught me how to prioritize in my mental and physical health. And this allowed my career to really, really take off. And at the same time, to find peace and happiness and learn how to meditate and learn how to plan my dream life ahead of time and learn how to dream really, really big and believe in those dreams. So I didn't have all of this in law school. I didn't have these practices, but you can, and I want you to have them. So let's start with my number one tip, or my first tip for gaining massive self confidence in law school: understanding how your brain works in general and how it works in law school so you can begin to reprogram it. So this is going to be the first way to gain massive self confidence in law school. So the key to gaining massive self confidence in law school and in life in general is to begin to change your thoughts about how you see yourself and the world. The reality is your brain is like a computer and it can be reprogrammed. This is wonderful news. For so long, I just thought whatever I was thinking and whatever I was experiencing in life was just the absolute truth, and there really wasn't anything I could do about it. But I started to realize that I am not my own thoughts, and you are not your own thoughts, my friend. You can decide what thoughts you want to have. You can decide how you want to feel about various things. You can decide how you react to things. And that is the secret. Truly, that is really the gist of everything that I teach. This is so wonderful news, truly. Because the issue is law school can cause a herd mentality where we all have to think, where we all think we have to hit the same goals or the same markers and be the same to be a success. And that is so dangerous because we cannot all be number one in the class. We can be number one in our own lives, but not in the class. So this is just not true. You don't need to be the same as everyone else. Your success does not need to be the same as everyone else, but that's how law school makes you start to think. So what I talk about in the Law School Blueprint for Her is really this: that your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your actions, and your actions then create your outcomes. And that is really the crux of my entire coaching program. starting to learn to choose your thoughts so you can then create your own feelings and to choose how you want to act to create your outcomes. It all works together in tandem to create a life that is happier and that you can decide what your own success looks like. And you can decide how you want to become a wealthy woman, wealthy future lawyer. Self-confidence in and of itself is confidence that comes from within. And that is the work, my friends, especially in law school. If you can figure out how to gain your confidence from within, you will be golden. You will be way ahead of your colleagues who are struggling to feel confident because they are just only focusing on the external markers of their success. Let's go ahead and work through an example together. Let's say you keep procrastinating when you need to study for class. This is an action, or technically an inaction. An action is something that you do, you don't do, or that you react to, or the way you react to it. Now, your feelings, like we said before, cause your actions, or your inactions, or your reactions. So if you're not taking action, you're not studying, and you're wondering why not, then ask yourself, what are you feeling right before you have to take action, right before you have to study? And then work backwards to see what thought is causing that feeling. Perhaps you realize your thought is, it doesn't matter whether I study or not. I still won't do well in law school. As you begin to dig deeper, you realize that this thought is causing the feeling of apathy, feeling of stress, anxiety, etc. And so you're feeling so apathetic and stressed and or anxious that you end up procrastinating, or worse, not studying at all and showing up for class unprepared, which then is going to give your self-confidence a hit because you feel like you're not keeping the promises to yourself that you've made. The outcome is you are not prepared for class and you're not performing well on your final exams. Okay? See how it all connects together. And if you can start to work on that thought, that root cause of why you're not studying, you can change it all. Once you discover the underlying thought causing the specific outcome in your life, you can become aware of how you are responsible for all of your outcomes. And that awareness shows you that you're already creating the outcomes, which means you can change your thoughts to achieve different outcomes. This is the work that has changed my life, and I know it will change yours too. You can decide what you want your new thought to be, and then you can go ahead and change your thought to become that new thought. Keep in mind, your thoughts only lead to your outcomes if you actually believe them. So going back to the thought, it doesn't matter whether I study or not, I still won't do well in law school. You can't just go immediately to start repeating, studying consistently is going to drastically improve my grades. Because that's too big of a jump. You're not going to believe that. You can't just decide that I'm going to have a new thought. You have to work towards that new thought. This isn't magic. This is just the way that your brain works. And if you repeat a thought you don't believe, nothing will change. So instead, you need to repeat a thought that you do believe, such as, it's possible if I study consistently, it will make some difference in my final grades. See how that's a step above. It's more positive than your previous thought, but it's not, I'm a studying unicorn and I study all hours of the day and I never stop and I'm going to be number one in my class. You're not jumping so far ahead. You're just incrementally changing your thought from negative to neutral and then to positive. And you can use this exercise for anything. I use this exercise daily, but you can use it for anything in law school in your life. Fear of getting called on in class, imposter syndrome, why you're not going after certain opportunities, why you're self-sabotaging your mental health, your physical health, whatever it may be. You could do this exercise every day so you can adjust as you begin to adjust your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your outcomes. And the more you begin to learn your thoughts and your feelings and your actions and your outcomes and being aware of them, not just pushing them away and overeating, over drinking, overspending, over studying, whatever it is, but actually listening to yourself and focusing on how you really do feel and what you really do think, you're going to learn to trust yourself. And that trust in yourself is going to increase your self-confidence exponentially. Okay, That was just the first one. We're just getting started. So, my second tip, my second thing for you to do to create massive self confidence is to create your self confidence menu. So, really quick, what is self confidence versus confidence? Confidence is defined as a feeling or a consciousness of one's power or reliance on one's circumstances. This becomes a huge issue in law school. If your confidence is only tied to what is going on around you, it's going to really give you confidence whiplash. Confidence is generally specific to a certain area of your life, and it draws on evidence of things you've been able to do in the past. For example, I'm confident I know how to drive. I'm confident that I know how to cook. I'm confident that I know how to draft a complicated trust. I have evidence of those things. But if we start to train ourselves to gain confidence from within, then we can move away from just purely focusing on the external markers for success in law school and decide what our personal goals is, what personal success is, compete just within ourselves. You can move forward with self-confidence towards your goals and your dreams. And you can make your goals and dreams different from your law school classmates and make that totally okay and totally wonderful. So, on the other hand, self confidence is believing in yourself no matter what. Even if you do not know if you're good at doing something, hello, law school. Most people are not prepared for law school at all. You start day one, and professors act like you should already know how to think like an attorney, but you've never done it before. Can you see why that would totally hit your confidence? But if you begin to cultivate self confidence before law school or early on in law school, or really at any point in time, but the earlier the better, it will massively increase your happiness, your self confidence, your feelings of self worth. Can you see why? So, creating your self confidence menu. Step one, I want you to make a list of all of your achievements. It can be things academic, it can be down to things that you've done for yourself, like take a yoga class or a vacation or books you've read or just promises you've kept to yourself, whatever those achievements are to you. And then I want you to make a list of your losses in life, your quote unquote failures, which I believe nothing truly is a failure at the end of the day. It's just a lesson. And I want you to sit with these lists. And I want you to think, look, I'm a human. I have these achievements and I have these losses or these failures. And I love them. I love my achievements and I love my losses. I am part awesome and I'm part hot mess. And I love myself that way. We're all human beings. If people act like they only have achievements and they don't have any losses, they're lying either to you or to themselves. We need to learn to accept ourselves, who we are, including the hot mess part. I want you to write down your 5 favorite accomplishments. They can be from the list in step 1 or something separate. And I want you to put them somewhere that you constantly look at, on your phone background, on a sticky note, in your notebook. And at the end, I want you to write, I may not always win, but I still carry on. I choose to love myself anyways. Every day, I want you to look at this list and I want you to work on thinking thoughts like, I love myself just the way that I am. I am beautifully imperfect. I choose to chase my dreams even when it feels hard or scary. I choose me. And a lot of this is going to help you to stop focusing on what's going on with your classmates around you and who's doing what, and just to truly focus on yourself and chasing your own goals. Because law school can create or amplify feelings of perfectionism. And we need to remember that none of us is perfect. Perfect, quite frankly, isn't very fun. And if someone seems perfect, they are not. It's not true. It is easier to have self-confidence when we win. It is harder when we fail, but that's where we need it the most. And a lot of the times when you start law school, you can feel like you're failing. You can feel like a fish out of water. You may not realize everyone else feels that way, although they do. But it's hard to see it because everyone's going to be putting on their game face for the most part. And so you need to really, really bolster that self-confidence so you don't get knocked around and have so many emotional highs and lows. And my third big tip for becoming a wealthy future lawyer and gaining massive self-confidence is learning to really embody and become that wealthy future lawyer. So, what does that mean? What does it mean to become a wealthy future lawyer? To me, that means examining your mindset around money and abundance. So, yes, wealth and money is a big part of being a wealthy future lawyer, but a lot of it is just thinking abundantly, believing in yourself, loving yourself. I want you to start to examine your money story. How did your family talk about money growing up? How do you feel when you have to think about money you currently have? About the money you anticipate making as a lawyer? Do you feel like there's never enough money or money is somehow limited for you? How do you feel about your student loans? Becoming informed and making smart decisions about your loans now is going to massively increase your self confidence. I want you to start to reframe your relationship with debt because knowledge is power. And I want you to begin to learn about investing. Now, you may say, Lauren, I'm not ready and I don't have time, and I call BS. We all have time to read a couple pages from a book, even in law school, and we all have time to listen to a podcast a week. I want you to start focusing on how you think about money when you're in law school. Start now, because building up your confidence and your knowledge about wealth while you're in law school is not only going to massively increase your self-confidence, but it's going to set you up to become that wealthy future lawyer. Do you like what you're learning? And do you want to dive deeper into how you can use mindset and abundance work to achieve massive success in law school and to become a wealthy future lawyer in a community of like-minded future lady lawyers? Here's what I know. You are worthy of your dream law school experience. And it is your job, not my job, not anyone else's job, to shift your beliefs. But you do not have to go through this journey alone. If you start to put in the work now, before law school or when you're in law school, you will see massive results in your law school and future legal career. I want you to start to get really clear on what you want, what you actually want, not what your friends want, not what your law school colleagues want, not what your parents want for you, not what your professors want for you, what you want. And I want you to start to treat your money and your debt like a friend or a loved one, because that is a big part of learning to cultivate a wealthy lawyer mindset. And I want you to know that it is possible to uplevel your whole damn life. If you would like to learn more and you would like to start to focus on your mindset and thriving in law school and gaining massive success while also maintaining happiness, lower stress, lower anxiety, and massive self-confidence, then I want you to join me in the Law School Blueprint for Her and the Wealthy Future Lawyer Squad. The Law School Blueprint for Her is my classic, amazing coaching program for law students. And I have a corresponding mastermind Wealthy Future Lawyer Squad, which is a group of women that I bring to you, thought leaders, yoga teachers, attorneys, who are going to help expand your mind, expand your network, and show you that it is really possible to be happy and healthy and wealthy while you're in law school and beyond. I'm going to go quickly through the modules in the interest of time. Module 1 of the Law School Blueprint is Welcome to Law School, Defining the New You. We're going to discuss how law school is a transformative time and how to utilize and harness that transformation in positive ways rather than in negative ways, which is so often what happens. We're going to dive into big questions. Who do you want to be in law school? Why did you start law school in the first place? What are your goals? And we're going to learn to believe that those goals are possible and learn to go after them. Let's do that together. We're going to address your limiting beliefs and how to work through them. We're going to learn how to become that ideal self ahead of time and grow into her. And we're going to talk about things I wish I'd known before law school and some of my main tips and tricks for success in law school. Module 2, this is really the biggie of the whole course. Mindset, setting up your brain for success. We're going to discuss how our brains work and how to harness this knowledge to overcome law school's challenges. We're going to work through together how to create new thoughts and beliefs in order to get the outcomes that you desire. We're going to dive much, much deeper into that transformative model that I talked about earlier, where your thoughts create your feelings create your actions, and your actions create your outcome. We're going to dive deep, deep into that. This module is truly the foundation for the course. Module 3, self-confidence, lessons from Elwood's. We're going to dive deeper into why the design of law school impacts our self-confidence, and we're going to learn even more how to cultivate that self-confidence. That's where the work is, learning how to cultivate it. This module is super important because higher self-confidence equals a more enjoyable law school experience in life, higher grades, and a greater likelihood that you're going to go after and achieve your big goals and dreams. And we're going to learn, this is so great, various methods to increase self-confidence while sitting in class, studying, interviewing, or taking exams, which will of course lead to much better outcomes for what you are trying to achieve. Module 4, the morning routine, a major key to success. We're going to learn all about the tools that many high-achieving people attribute their success to and how to utilize that when you're in law school, and dive deep into why a morning routine is essential to success in law school and beyond. And I'm going to help you determine which morning routine is right for you and how to actually stick with it. Module 3 is a big one, overcoming imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome really holds us back from becoming our true best selves. Everyone suffers from imposter syndrome sometimes, but studies have shown that women suffer more than their male counterparts. We're going to figure out why law school causes imposter syndrome to really rear its ugly head and how to overcome it. We're going to learn my step-by-step methodology for overcoming imposter syndrome. These are the tools and strategies I used in my job in big law, and it's a total game changer for success and well-being. We're going to discuss how to stop people-pleasing, how to advocate for yourself, speak up more, negotiate more, my future wealthy lawyer, and stop playing it small, becoming more empowered in your law career as well as in life in general. Module 6 is all about managing stress and anxiety. Especially, this is so important in law school, as we talked about before, and how managing stress and anxiety is going to so positively affect your performance in class and on finals and your bar exam. It's huge. Modules 7 and 8 are all about organization and productivity, simplifying your life and time management. These tools and strategies are going to allow you to become and stay organized for ultimate law school success, get it all done, and still have time for yourself. We talk about how organization creates a greater sense of peace and well-being, which is so essential in law school. And you're going to discover my priceless strategies for being productive and managing your time. People always ask me, Lauren, how do I get it all done? And these tips and productivity life hacks are how I do it. Module 9, procrastination. We're going to learn why our brains procrastinate and how to overcome it once and for all. Discover how to understand your own reasons why you're procrastinating, and let's create a game plan for to make sure this doesn't hinder your success. And practical tools and tips and action steps for getting your reading done on time and showing up to class prepared. Module 10 is about achieving your big goals. Oh, this is such a good one, ladies. One of my personal favorites. I believe the universe has special plans for you, my friend. Let's achieve your big goals together. We're going to learn how to set your big goals, learn how to start to believe in them, believe that you're worthy of them, and then take steps to actually achieve them. We're going to discover the science behind setting and achieving goals so you can set yourself up for massive success in law school and beyond. And we're going to discuss different categories of goals and how to dream even bigger when it comes to your life and your future. Woo, Module 11, Money and Abundance. This is my absolute favorite module. And one of the reasons I went along to create the corresponding mastermind, the Wealthy Future Lawyer Squad, because money. We need to talk about money. We're going to discover how to redefine your relationship with law school debt, money, and your own wealth. Learn my strategies for passive income and business so you can begin to set yourself up for financial freedom starting in law school. You're going to learn how to think, act, and become a wealthy future lawyer and gain the tools and strategies to move away from a lack mindset and into an abundance mindset. Module 12 is a fun one, your future lawyer avatar. We're going to go through really fun exercises for designing and becoming your ultimate dream future lawyer. And last but not least, Module 13 is all about neurolinguistic programming tools that you can use in law school for massive success. And last but not least, We have the Squad, which is a virtual community for like-minded future lady lawyers. And when you sign up for the Law School Blueprint, you get 6 months of access to the Squad with an option to upgrade after the 6 months. And I know you will want to. This is a mastermind curated just for the wealthy future lawyer. We have a private Instagram group, virtual happy hours, guest speakers, yoga classes, and networking. Basically all the support a law student could ever want. You're going to connect with other future lawyers, share experiences, and ask questions in a safe space, and discover that you are not alone in your struggles. You're going to become a part of an online community of like-minded future lady lawyers just like yourself, who you can become friends with and network with that you didn't even know that you needed. This is such an amazing community and space where you can network and continue to learn from myself and from others. Let's raise each other up as we all strive towards lives of success and well-being. And when you sign up for the Law School Blueprint, you get monthly office hours, coaching with me in a group setting. Ask me anything relating to the Law School Blueprint for her, the Squad, and law school. And you get 6 months of access to these monthly office hours. Often we do it even more than monthly, and you have the option to upgrade after your 6 months, which I know you will want to until the end of law school. And you're going to join me in these monthly, at least, if not more, virtual office hours to ask questions about what you've learned, get coached on specific issues, and watch others get coached. This is where a lot of the magic happens. Mindset work gave me the power to pursue my dream career goals and achieve massive success as a lawyer and as an entrepreneur. What can it do for you? I want to help you learn the tools to overcome your stress and anxiety around law school, grades, finals, and jobs. I want to help you create an abundant mindset and take actionable steps to become an abundant, wealthy future lawyer. I want to help you design your dream law school experience and set and achieve your big goals. I want to help you understand your brain so you can have a successful law school journey and reach your big goals. I want you to understand why you are procrastinating and how to stop it. I want you to overcome your imposter syndrome and know your worth. You badass, you. I want you to learn how to organize your day, week, month, semester, year, and actually stick with it. To learn how to revolutionize your law school journey, your law career, and your whole damn life. I want you to have a community of like-minded future lawyers and a space where you can safely grow, learn, and thrive. You are not alone. And last but not least, I want you to have the law school experience and life of your dreams. Let's talk investment, because you deserve to have the law school journey of your dreams. So if you want to join me in the Law School Blueprint for her, there's the option to do a one-time payment of $19.99, which will give you lifetime access to all modules and any future content. So anytime I update the program, you will get access to that, and an accompanying workbook that you can use time and time again as you work through the program, because my guess is you will do it multiple times over your law school career. You will get 6 months of access to the Squad, our mastermind community, and 6 months of access to monthly office hours with me, your coach, Lauren Klein. You also have the option to pay in 12 installments of $190 a month, and you get all the same things. Now, I did tell you if you stuck around to the end, we would have some fun bonuses, because I want you to be able to join me and to get coached and to change your law school journey forever. So if you sign up by August 31st, you will get $750 off the pay in full option with code SUPERLAWYER. And if you sign up by August 2nd, you will get free access to the Wealthy Future Lawyer Vision Board Party hosted by me and Aman Costigan with Beyond Yoga for Lawyers. That's going to be on August 2nd. So these are two major bonuses that I do not want you to miss out on. And since around here, we are all about money and abundance and creating additional income, we also have the Law School Blueprint affiliate program. Make some money with the things that you have learned. So the way that it works is you must purchase and complete the entire Law School Blueprint for her. Then if you love it, which I know you will, Then you tell your future lawyer community about how much you love the Law School Blueprint, word of mouth, on social media, etc. And every time someone purchases the Law School Blueprint because of you, using your name, you will earn $100. There is no limit on how much you can earn. For instance, if you sell 10 courses, that's $1,000. I mean, what would you do with an extra $1,000 in law school? I will even send you a promo kit for you to use if you do not know what to say. This is a win-win because you inspire your future lawyer friends to thrive during law school. You help change the legal industry and you bring more faces into the Law School Blueprint future wealthy lawyer squad community. Consider this. You are investing a significant amount of time, money, and energy into your law school experience. Are you ready to make the most of it? Thank you so much for joining me in this masterclass. I cannot wait to connect with you. Go ahead and check out my website, laurenalexisklein.com. Get to know me on Instagram at lawyer Lauren Klein, or shoot me an email at thelawschoolblueprint@gmail.com. I cannot wait to meet you. I cannot wait to coach you. I cannot wait to see you thrive. My wealthy future lawyer friends, I will talk to you soon.